again, Mary, what do you do to kind of get this thing back and on the right track?
You know, you just don't ever give up. It's a long week. There's still a lot of rodeo left. That average pays $45,000 and pays 8 places in that average.
Kaylee Bass, first time she's been to the Wrangler National Finals, comes in from Kissimmee, Florida. First to go tonight.
Kaylee, she won 5th last night, picked up her first check with the 13.90.
Wow, she's better tonight, 13.68.
Great chance tonight.
Top of the ground, agreeing very well with her.
She's sitting 3rd in the average, too, so that helped her out, too.
Nikki Steffes next to go, South Dakota cowgirl.
She's riding Nilla, belongs to Alan Woodbury. I like this horse. Oh, shoot, she gets wide going into that first one. It's going to cost her some time. She's going to be a little bit slower tonight. But if she can just get around them, she's still hanging in there at the average.
You know, her first barrel's been a little wide. Tonight was the widest, I thought, but it's been a little wide every night, hasn't it?
She's had a hard time kind of getting it together.
You know, if you're fighting for this world championship, if you're Brittany Posey or Mary Walker, you kind of hate to see this gal right here find a little bit of a groove. She's number 2 in the average. She's coming off a win in round number 4. And she knows how to win a world championship.
She looks good right there. Sherry, she's been here. She's done that. You can bet that she's going for the go-rounds every night. Not worried about that 3rd barrel. She gets close, but she is going for it.
And she is rock solid. 13.76. Not going to win the round. That's going to move her to 2nd place. 68 is still the number. And here comes Carly Pierce. Well, she had a run last year, 13.46. It's still the arena record here.
Won 2nd last night with a 13.75.
You know what surprised me, Charmaine? She hit a couple barrels the first night on Dylan, and then she got off him, got back on him last night and made a great run, but maybe that's why. It's really tough to keep the barrels up with him.
Yeah, she's got to just shoot for a wider track around the barrels on that horse. She looks down a little bit at him and gets in trouble. She's just got to get wider around him.
Well, you can see what Mary Walker did the first 3 rounds. She's won 3 out of 4, 54,000. Now we have that Ram Top Gun Award, and she's the leader for that. Most money won in a single event. Trying to bounce back off knocking down a barrel last night.
She's got 182,000 won. She's 4,000 off of Brittany Posey. Not a bad run, a little wide off the
a little out of shape on that 3rd, and look at that, still 13.89.
Yeah, not too bad.
Moves her to 3rd place right now. There's her husband, Byron Walker. Lindsay Sears next to go. Yeah, Lindsay Sears is right there, 8th in the average. She's made money, number 3 in the world standings right now.
She's got a down barrel, but she's still going to finish high in that average, and you can bet she's going to be doing good in the rounds.
Won the world championship in 08 and 11 from the average here last year.
You can kind of see her look down at those barrels. That's not good. You don't want to get in that shape. She lost a little time letting that horse get on the front end.
14.21. A very Martha-type run for her. And here comes Brittany Posey, road to the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo. She came here with a really, really big lead in the world standings. How does that kind of shape your game plan?
Brittany's got to believe that she can still do it. She can do it. She's a good rider. She's on the inside there. That horse is fading. She's got to stay riding to the outside or she's going to hit more barrels. But she's had a tough week for her. She's going to keep trying to get in there, but she's got to believe that she can do it, and it's hard when your horse isn't working as well as you'd like them to be.
14.01 for her. That's 4th place right now. Chrissy Laughlin ready to go. Her first trip to the Wrangler National Finals.
Boy, you could see right there, she needed to be sitting down going to that first barrel. Rascal was just overrunning it. Just a little too out of control. Need to slow up, sit down, and get things back collected again. That's just a lot of collection, but it's tough to come to this arena and get on a new horse.
Sherry Servey, Mary Walker, Brittany Posey, all in the top 4. Kaylee Bass, though, has the lead, 13.68.
Here's Trula, school teacher from Nebraska.
First trip for her to the Wrangler NFR, 23rd in the world a year ago.
She ran a 13.80 last night, had a down barrel, though. She was doing pretty good in the average. Mom said
looks good so far.
If she can get around it, she might get something in the round.
Said she can keep this one in the 13s, and she does. 69, that's 2nd best right now, right behind Kaylee Bass. That moves Servey to 3rd, Mary Walker to 4th, and here comes Christina Richmond.
Christina's another girl that had to borrow a horse to come in here. This is her 3rd change. And she's on a gelding called Julie. It's kind of like a boy named Sue.
That's not a normal gelding name, is it?
No. And, you know, Christina, she's a pretty good hand. It's just tough to get on these horses when you're not with them. Your timing's a little bit off. And this is a tough pin
You know,
to do that.
Charmaine, when do you decide, just like that's her third horse in 5 nights, when do you decide when to just try another?
I think she's doing all she can. Rachel's horse that she rode last night actually looked pretty good, but he was a little wild in the alleyway. That's might have been maybe why she got off of him.
Yeah, he looked like a saddle bronc horse back there.
Yeah, he looked like Hi-Ho Silver.
Leanne Rust, Rookie of the Year in 2011, made 16,000. Trouble with barrel number 2 and barrel number 3.
Yeah, Leanne, she's had a little bit of barrel trouble. She's just got to really ride out there a little wider to that second barrel and keep riding with your legs. That's a problem with hitting barrels. Most of them quit riding with their legs. That's one thing Sherry Survey does. She's always riding and hustling that horse on with their legs.
Kelly Tolbert.
Kelly Tolbert's on Cleo. She's pretty good in the average. I think she's sitting 7th in the average right now. So she needs to try and keep those barrels up. She's had a pretty good, gosh darn it.
Well, that comes
Just
down.
look down a little bit.
And she's won 31,800. She's moved from 11th to number 6 in the world at 1393, and that barrel coming down did not help her. That's not what she wanted.
Yeah, that's moving her down.
Annette Barrington Little next to go.
She's riding Stud Horse, Dash to Heaven.
And she's number 1 in the average right now.
You know, she hasn't looked too scary on the barrels. If anything, she's been a little bit wide. But boy, she gets off on the inside, and that's what happens when you ride on the inside. You're going to knock barrels down.
And was it because she was out of the second barrel in bad position, Charmaine, that knocked the third one down?
Yeah, she was out of position, and also you could sure see where she was sitting down to the inside, and those horses will come underneath you about every time you do that.
1/100th of a second. That's separating first from second right now. Kaylee Bass, 1368. Trula Churchill at 1369. Sherry Survey's in 3rd place. Mary Walker's in 4th. 2 left. Lisa Lockhart and then Brenda Mays.
Lisa Lockhart got in the round money last night. Let's see, she ran a 1382. She's another one. She's a really great rider. Got good hands. Sits like she's supposed to. Be just out of the money, but she's one heck of a rider, and she's only 31,000 away from hitting the 1 million in earnings.
14:05 the time for her. Brenda Mays will be the last to go. 6 straight trips to the Wrangler National Finals. Sports fan, she likes the Yankees, the Packers, Miami Heat. She was happy then last summer when the Heat won the NBA championship.
You know, she's got a really nice run going here. You can see she's got good room going into the barrels. And she doesn't look like she's in any jeopardy of knocking any over, and she's 5th in the average. She might be, a contender for the average.
Yeah, there's only 5 girls that have not hit a barrel, and of course Brenda was one of them, and we saw one of them knock a barrel down tonight. That's Annette Barrington.
Yes, and Sherry bumped one.
That's right. So that helps Mary Walker, who's sitting right there moving up in the average again.
Justin Boots results. Kaylee Bass gets the win. Look how close it was. 1368 to 1369. Survey, Walker, Posey all making money tonight as this race gets a little bit